We gonna start eventually. Oh man, this man said I'll start at 3, 2, 1. You at Smack. There you go.
There you go.
Hey, there
What's
goes that
poppin'?
man.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? I
What's
said
up?
3, 2, 1, and see people do not listen because clearly I said something. He did not pay attention to nothing I said, ladies and
My apologies.
gentlemen. Throw that out there. He did not
Now,
say. But I want to
oh,
welcome all y'all once again to the Corner Entry Podcast with my boy Apex Hunt, also known as Cal Robertson, and
there we
also
go.
yours truly, Smack like damn. We be diving into NASCAR, and this past weekend
Yes, sir.
was Pocono series. So Cal, what
What's
did
up?
you think overall before we dissect every race? What was your thing of Pocono and all together?
I like the track, the Pocono track. It's a big 2.5 mile 3 turn track. That's like their big selling point. It's flat. It's huge. You got two really really long straights, followed by the tunnel turn, flat turns, and then a short straight. Um, Usually gives good racing, but it also kills brakes. And for some reason, it always ends up being a fuel economy race. I don't know why, but that track just always lends itself to fuel economy races. But all in all, it's a good track. I'm happy it's on the calendar. I know back in the day it used to be on there twice, like within the 2 3 week span. Or sorry, 3 4 week span.
Oh, I know people was like, nah, we not doing shoot. I'm trying to you gotta think as a GM,
Hmm.
owner, driver, crew chief. That's a lot. What we saw this past weekend, right? With these
Hmm.
cars, which we will dissect, it beats up your car.
Pocono?
So yeah, they had some troubles at
Yeah,
Pocono.
yeah.
I mean, for that track to run 2 times a year, nah, champ, nah, champ.
Not only was it 2 times a year, it was literally within like 4 weeks. Like you'd have a race at the end of, I want to
But
say
why?
June, and then you have another race at the end of July, maybe or mid July.
But why?
I don't know. I'm not really sure why they did that. I mean, it always lends itself to good racing. So I don't know why. I understand some tracks had 2 races a year, but having them that close was odd. But like I said, the races we got this weekend were good. It's a good track, so I'm not gonna fault them.
So just speak on this first race. The good
Yeah,
old Craftsman Series truck race. First and foremost, I
yeah.
was watching a clip of what's his name? Happy Hour Kevin Harvick, right? Watching the clip of him.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Okay.
he had the interview with I think it was Dodge's CEO. It might have been.
Yeah,
Might have been him who he had, but they were saying how those who have don't know, Dodge did win two series championships when they were there, two truck
right.
series. So they were saying how many seats they were looking to fill? I think 4.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna get those seats next year. What team says, hey, I want Dodge instead of Toyota. I want Dodge instead of Ford.
yeah,
I want Dodge instead of Chevy.
yeah.
Like they said, hey, we took a step back. We listened. We got that Hemi in it. Trust me, y'all. I mean, I can't wait to see how they. I mean, we already showed how they look. That truck is bad
Amazing.
to the bone. I couldn't curse, for certain reasons, but
Bad.
see, it's got to be one person who does it. Got to be one.
Leave me
So
alone.
let's get right into it. Let's go straight into um what is it called?
Here we go.
Craftsman. So Craftsman, ladies and gentlemen, let's first talk about Caden Honeycutt, right? This guy, if we can be for real, this guy decides to win.
Oh,
That is a production issue. Get it
hey,
together.
hey. Before
Get
let's
it together.
listen. Before we start on that, I got a confession to make. on my stream. I didn't have your audio coming through. I was
People,
like,
this is what I got to deal with.
it's
This
like
is
I'm
what I
talking
got
to
to deal with.
myself.
This is what I got to deal with. Please and
I
thank you.
got it though. We're good. We're good now.
This is what I got. I got production messing up. I got my co-host up here. Don't know what.
You
Oh
know,
my.
I'm trying. I'm
I see
trying.
my eyes are red. Right. It's been a long day, but we hit
Your
it.
eyes are red. My face is red. Look at all this. I gotta get it. Fix my camera.
Yeah, you gotta get. Yeah, you gotta mess with the little things they say. Mhm.
Anyway,
But no,
Katie
like we
Honeycutt.
said, Caden
Yeah.
Honeycutt qualifies great.
Yeah.
Starts second place, right?
Yeah, he did.
Now, mind you, Caden and Pocono have not had the best relationship. Caden actually, if I'm not mistaken, what did he finish? 20th and 25th? The last two
When?
times he was out? Let me double check. But if I'm not mistaken, my notes say he finished before Friday.
Yeah.
I want to say
You know, these are the things you're supposed to check before you start the stream,
no,
right?
I did. I just want to double check it because just in case somebody tries me and say I
Eh,
don't know what I'm talking about.
it's okay. We all have production problems. I didn't have any voice. Sound like I was sounding, talking to myself. You don't remember where Katie Honeycutt finished last 2 years?
Last
Actually, think
tweet, it's gotta
my mess up
be.
was worse.
It's gotta be. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Boom, 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 boom. I gotta forgive me. I literally just looked this up and now I can't find where it said it at. Okay. I want to see how they have this. Like, this is so weird.
What are you
Just
looking for?
answer. His finishes at Pocono.
Yeah. You know how you find that?
All right, look at this
It's
shit.
okay, because you know what?
Find it.
All you
Find it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
found it?
No, I
No,
said
no, you
find it. Find it. Go ahead.
I was trying to help you find it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You find it. Go ahead.
I
Like I
was
said,
trying to help you out, my
I
friend.
know I
Uh-huh.
have it here in my notes.
It's okay. That's what friends are here for, you know?
That's what friends are for.
You're ridiculous.
You learn about that before your time. A little bit before your time, but it's okay.
Please deal with the train wreck that we got going on here.
Yes, it was 20th and 25th last two time at that track.
You got it?
Yes, but he qualified second.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the best also qualifying time for the whole season for him. So definitely want to give a shout out to Caden Honeycutt. I mean, when you have a track that's been beating you 2 years in a row, right?
Yeah.
And to come back and start off knowing that you're qualifying second, that's got to give you some type of momentum that I'm going to have a better race. Because it all start. I mean, you know what they say, qualifying is good, right? But at the
Yeah.
same time, it does. Sometimes it ain't where you start; it's where you finish.
Yeah, that's true.
So depending on where you start and where you finish is going to be what it's all about. And Caden Honeycutt wanted to make sure he was ready for that. So I mean, I was surprised. How about you when it came to him getting second place for the pole?
You know, he's an iRacer, so I always like seeing iRacers do well.
That is
So
true.
I'm I'm pleasantly surprised to see that that happened. You know.
Let's get into how this race started. So, of
Mhm.
course, who's on pole? Layne Riggs.
Yeah.
Layne Riggs takes pole, right? Then they go 3 wide early in the first lap. So I'm like, yeah, let's get it. That's what I want to see, especially on
That's
a track like
Pocono racing
Pocono.
right there. Yeah.
I need it. Hey,
Yeah.
wear your diaper, wear your depends. Because it's going down on that first
Stupid.
turn. They not playing 3, 4. Hey, I was like, yes, indeed.
But then look who took the lead immediately.
Corey Haim. I mean,
Exactly.
the Corey Haim show, right? Corey Haim show.
Exactly. It's always
He
a
is the
Corey Haim show.
He is the only race car driver for the Truck Series this year that has led at least a lap in every race this year. So every race they've raced, he's
Mhm.
led at least a lap.
Yeah, he has. It's with Corey Haim, it's one of those things where he gives the race away. He leads in almost every race and he's strong and then something happens. But we'll get to what happened, you know, with him later this race. But the past couple races before then, he's always had an issue to where he's had either speeding or he's gotten contact taken out by Layne Riggs. Um, you know, battery issues. I mean, I think, you know, the last time he got straight up beat was I think when our boy Raj beat him.
Yes, he
I think
did.
that's the last
Yep,
time he
at
got beat up,
Nashville.
like straight beat up. But other than that, it's been constant just messing, issues for
My
Heim.
fault. Back up.
Hmm.
I got to give Gio his flowers. It was his first debut race. Got to give him his flowers. We got to give Gio his props.
Gio Ruggiero, he did pretty well.
So shout out to Gio, getting in the seat, getting his feet wet. But
Yeah,
like you were saying, when it comes to Corey Heim, when Corey Heim is there, that's the part. When you come to the track for
yeah,
Craftsman,
yeah,
no disrespect to nobody else. Y'all know who I root for when it comes to the truck series. But he's doing great this year. Like he was
yeah.
last year. But Corey Heim is the man to beat when you go to the crowd. I don't care who you are. I
Yeah,
don't care. Even Kyle Busch. If Kyle Busch, Chastain, any of them hop in the track, hop on a Craftsman Truck Series race,
and
the
Corey
person
Heim.
to beat is
Yeah,
Corey Heim.
he is. He's the guy to beat the last couple of years now. He is a weapon, and that kid has a bright future.
Numbers don't
Um,
lie. The
and you can
stats
see
don't
one of his competitors, another strong driver and iRacer, Ty Majeski,
lie. Yes.
got damaged early.
Yeah,
Got
then
damaged
like
early.
I was like, I saw it and then I didn't see it. I was like, then
Hmm.
next thing you know, they went past it. I'm like, what happened? All I kept
Yeah,
hearing was something. Oh, they like he has a little damage, but And did I think it affected him? I think it affected him a little
it did. No, it did. It affected his aerodynamics because that's one thing about Pocono is aero is very important because you have those long straights there.
bit. Yeah.
So the fact he had I wasn't a bent splitter, but he had front bumper damage, and that robbed him of some speed because
Now, do
that
you remember what
basically
lap that happened at?
I don't know. It was early. It was stage one for sure. I don't
That's what
remember
I thought.
exactly when,
That's
but I
what
know
it
it
was
was
like.
early. I mean, it was a very short race. What's one thing about these races the last couple of years that the Truck Series has been doing is 2023 was a 150 lap race. So sorry, 150 miles, so 60 laps.
Mm-hmm.
And then last year, 175 miles, so they upped to 10 laps. And then again this year, 200 miles, they upped it again another 10 laps. So it's like I guess they're seeing people are enjoying the Craftsman Truck Series, so they're wanting to give those more racing. So they went from 150 miles to 175 now to 200. I think 200 miles is probably the sweet spot for those trucks, 80 laps. I mean, the stages go by quite quick because it was 20 laps in the first stage, 20 laps in the second stage, 40 laps in the third stage.
Yeah. So I like the fact when I mean, I guess it's stepping stones to certain
Yeah,
to the younger folks. Now to the seasoned vets and the people that are good at I think where they at like the Matt Craftons, the Grant Infingers, the
right.
Stuart Friesens, those guys, right? That've been doing trucks for a long time.
Yeah,
Obviously, I don't expect to see them. No disrespect to them, I don't expect to see them in the Cup Series, right? But those who start off from ARCA and come up to Craftsman, Xfinity, the younger
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
So I like the fact that it does that because it's gearing you. Each one is gearing you for the next one.
right.
So I understand the slowing, the shortening the tracks, and obviously I don't know if they're going to ever shorten the tracks for Cup Series. Obviously, they've talked about how to keep people entertained, right?
Shortening the
Yeah,
track or shortening the race.
the race.
Okay, they already did that because back in the day, like I was talking about, when they had the races in June and July,
No,
like
but I get what
they
you're
were they were they
saying.
were, they were 500-mile races. So we went from
Okay.
two 500-milers to one 400-miler now.
Yeah, so I want to know it. I mean, obviously, you like the people I talk to that's in my circle that don't watch racing, right? They be like, yo, I want to get into it, but I can't see me being there for 400 laps, yo. I just can't.
But it's not 400 laps though. It's 400 miles. That's one of the common misconceptions about NASCAR is you hear Daytona 500. Oh, they're going for 500
Yeah, no,
laps.
that's
No, it's
500
400
miles.
laps. It's five. Yeah, exactly. It's 500 miles. Everything you see is the amount of miles for the race or kilometers
Yeah,
for Phoenix purposes.
but let's be real. Average when you're at the race, not doing like when you're not watching it back. When you're at the race, how long do you think somebody's sitting?
You said how long is what?
A person sitting watching a race.
Uh, about 4 hours.
Thank you.
I mean, but that's what you
Who
do,
is standing there watching? Who does not watch the sport? Who just now getting into the sport, right?
in person or on TV.
In person.
In person's different because when people go in person, they're enthralled with it
I
because
think
they're like,
I'm on the fence about that because I'm not gonna lie. The first when I went to the race, I mean, and also I guess the track I went to, right? Dover was cool.
okay,
I
yeah,
think I
Dover's a good track.
enjoyed the Xfinity race better than I enjoyed the Cup Series race when I went.
That makes
I've been
sense.
twice. I've been
Yeah,
twice to Dover, and I think I enjoyed the Xfinity race more than I enjoyed. Now, granted, some people will say, of course, I mean the car is different and the drive is different, right?
yeah.
So the drivers are going to drive them different. I just felt like one, it was shorter, and I got more excitement out of the Xfinity race. Even when I had hot passes, and then when I didn't have hot passes, and I was in the seat, I still enjoyed it more. So it's like, how do you get people who aren't fans and passionate about like we are, get them involved that might like racing, but they're like, I'm not about to go to no track and sit there for that long.
Just same thing like you go to a basketball game or a football game. You go and you're there for 3 hours at least. Sometimes you're there for 4 hours, especially for team wins. You go to tailgates. So when you go to a football game, you go on tailgates. You're there for
I mean, tailgate, shit,
sometimes 10
football
10 hours.
games, football games, you gotta prepare yourself. Don't do too much Saturday because you know you're gonna be out all day Sunday.
Ex exactly. So that's one of the things. It's with NASCAR, it's kind of the same thing. Like you're gonna go there. You're not gonna tailgate. But when you get up there, especially if you're sitting close to the stands and you feel those engines like shaking your body, that's one thing is a lot of people really enjoy is, it's different in person versus when you're watching on TV.
The only thing I like about watching it on TV and not being at the track at sometimes, not all the time.
Well, I get it. I like watching on TV. I don't have to be at the track and be out in the elements.
Yeah, I can go to the bathroom, pause it,
Yeah, you
grind,
can. Yeah,
maybe record it so I don't have to watch all of these commercials, which don't make sense. But we're gonna get to that because I have something else to talk about when it comes to these commercials. But
listen.
back to the race.
Yes.
We had a big wreck with Enfinger Rhodes, Ankrum, Connor Jones crashed that full wide squeeze, right?
Mhm.
Eventually they're gonna run out of room.
Yeah.
So Enfinger, if I'm not mistaken, he came in to try to fix whatever damage he had and continue out on, right? So after that, what did you see happen?
I mean, but at that time, it was Heim time. Heim was dominating the race. He was dominating the race at that point.
Swept
He had
both stages.
Yeah, he won stage 1. No, he didn't win stage
No,
1.
you're right. He did not win
He was
stage two.
dominating stage 1, but then he decided to do the undercut
Yes, because he
and
already had
pit.
a playoff. He already had a
Exactly.
playoff point. So
Yeah.
the
So
other one
basically he
stayed
dominated
out.
stage 1. He
Yes.
won stage 2,
Yes.
and he was dominating stage 3. And then I think after that it was under caution
Yes.
after that wreck. Under caution after that wreck, Heim was up front, and you just see him pull off up high, and he's like, "Hey, I think a tire's low." And go be it, his right rear was low. And like I said, every time not every time, let's go back. A lot of the time recently when Corey Heim has been leading, he's had an issue of just some weird cosmic proportion. And this time it happened to be his right rear tire just got flat. And the thing about with NASCAR is these crew chiefs, whether it's Cup, whether it's Xfinity, whether it's trucks, and it's actually even every other series, sports car series, F1, they try and run it to the lowest possible um, uh, air pressure, and then let the tires warm up. And as the tire warms up, and then you start to get, the tire will start to expand. But it's one of those things is that they play with fire because if you run the tire too low, you're susceptible to it debeating,
Yes.
which is what happened to Corey. You
Indeed.
know,
So
so it's
after that,
unfortunate.
that
He had that race won.
and then I guess Hocevar feels some type of way. Why? Because Hocevar thought he's the leader. He starts the
Yeah.
restart. And
Yep.
Carson Hocevar been doing this thing in the cup and in the
Yep.
trucks.
Yep.
This man gonna sit there and say, "Oh, Corey's out. He has to drop out because he, like you said, he had the right tire issue."
Yep.
Guess who else has? He says, "My turn, my restart zone. like on iRacing, they tell you, hey, this is your lane. You do what you do.
Yeah.
He decides to say, I'm the leader. No, 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 no.
Yeah, he was 3rd place at the time.
So he gets black flag. Now, Hocevar was up in the front mainly the whole entire race. And
Yeah. Yeah.
that's his race after that. He gets black flag. And, he's on the radio. That radio, that is hilarious. Like, I love the radio. But if I was a driver, I would not like the radio. Only because the media is going to hear everything that you say.
There's a
Right?
whole show dedicated to it after that. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes, I did.
It's called NASCAR
Yep.
Radioactive.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the fact that you can hear all that, you might and dissect it, and some stuff it just ain't for you to hear. It's almost like when you hear the NFL, right? And they say certain people are mic'd up. Not everybody's mic'd up.
Yeah.
So thanks to the NFL, they only have certain ones who are mic'd up. Quarterbacks and other people are mic'd up. Coaches,
Yeah.
not everybody. Just think of now. Granted, you only hear some of the stuff the players say because they're mic'd up. Just think of all of them were mic'd up.
Mhm.
So knowing that every driver's mic'd up and they press that button or whatever, you can hear it.
Yeah.
And so, Hocevar was explaining his case, but it didn't matter. You can say what you
He
want,
tried.
but you're not the leader.
Yeah, he
You
tried.
miscounted. And so that sent him to the back. He had to do a pull through. And who takes it after that?
Layne Riggs.
Shout out to Layne Riggs. Definitely getting the W.
Yeah.
Layne Riggs, well deserved. He started on the pole. If this was, certain other series, you would be like, okay, you start on the pole 9 times out of 10, you're gonna finish on the pole, as long as you do what you're supposed to do. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we definitely want to give Layne Riggs, his flowers. And that burnout was crazy.
It was a nice burnout. Yeah.
Yes.
But
I definitely want to give him his flowers, and Layne Riggs was able to get it done. Now, Carson Hocevar was the leader, and it wasn't somebody else. Maybe we had a different story, but on top of Layne Riggs winning, right? Mind you, y'all do know Ford has not won at Pocono since Ryan Blaney in 2013.
oh wow. Wow.
Go ahead and put that out there.
12 years. That's wild.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
little known fact if you guys did not know. See, I knew that. See? So
Hey.
the fact
Well,
that that's going on, and for him to break that after a decade and some years, that's great for Ford. That's
a
letting
dozen
Ford know,
years.
okay, cool. So when you got, not on top of that, we also had a couple other drivers who did not finish, right? I think it was Sutton, Green, Jones, Cram, Dennison, Benning, and Dazat, if I'm not mistaken. All those did not
Yeah.
finish. We had issues.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name? Oh, Jake Garcia. He comes
Yeah.
around, he ain't able to save it, and he hits the right. And then you had a situation after the restart where Jones bumps him, and then right into his teammate Majeski, and Majeski can't stop at that time, takes him out. Then you had the issue with the other driver, Cody Disson. He goes smack into the wall, passenger side.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of issues with these tires at the track. That's why I was telling you at the beginning of the show, I don't understand. I'm glad they're not racing 2 times a year. Granted, Pocono is not my favorite track to watch anyway.
I don't think it's a tire issue.
You don't think it's a tire
No.
issue?
No, I don't think it's a tire issue.
There's
No.
plenty of tire issues this past weekend, though.
I mean,
so is that strategy?
No, that's not strategy. For the truck series, that's just drivers losing it. That's what that was. That was just drivers losing it because you didn't have that many issues in the Xfinity race. And I'm pretty sure they have similar tires, you know. So I don't think it's a tire issue for the trucks. Honestly, just think it's just I'm not gonna say it's a skill issue because Lord knows it's not a skill issue, but it just happens to be an issue of drivers losing it. It's a flat track, it's high speed. It's gonna happen. Wrecks happen, you know.
I understand that. So
Yeah.
with the top 10, we had Layne Riggs, Tanner Gray, Caden Honeycutt, which was his best finish at Pocono the past 2 years. Brandon Jones, we had Hemrick, Mozak, Smith, Friesen, Ty Majeski, and Raj Caruth with another top 10.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
Hey, Layne Riggs is headed to the playoffs in the Ford. So on to the next race.
Xfinity, yes, sir. My boy was on pole. Connor Zilic on
That's
pole, and the uh I guess what do you call it? The sub crew chief, which was awesome. Doc Hudson, aka Dale Earnhardt Jr., on the box for Connor Zilic for this race, which
how do
was
y'all
pretty damn
how do you
awesome.
I mean, granted, Junior is my after Mark Martin, right? Or doing like you know what I'm saying it's people first it would be Mark Martin, then it was Junior, then it became Bubba, right?
Mhm.
So how did you feel have seeing Junior as a crew chief?
I liked it. I mean, I was happy. Kyle Busch wasn't too happy about it at first, but I thought it was pretty cool. Because I mean, and Junior said that he only did it because Connor's crew chief, um, his name escapes me right now. I want to say it's Marty or something, but he requested that Junior fill on the box for him as he was out for his suspension, one race suspension.
So Connor
So I
had
thought
to
it was
know something. Connor had to know something to put him on it. I mean, at the end of the day, I look at it like coaching, right? For
yeah,
certain teams, you see like football, basketball, you like, yeah, this guy's done a lot. I want him, or this woman has done a lot. I want them as my coach, right?
right.
But just because they did a lot when they were playing the sport, it doesn't always translate to leading somebody to doing great.
Oh no, we've seen that numerous times.
So for Junior for him to even feel that okay, I want Junior on as crew chief.
Yeah,
That says a lot about Junior, and it says a lot about Connor Zilic at his age and seeing what Junior could bring to help him in a race like this.
it was pretty awesome. Like I said, I was really happy to see it.
Definitely, definitely.
So yeah, no, it was
Daniel
what's his name?
Dye came out
Huh?
the first caution.
Yeah, Daniel Dye came out the first caution. I mean, that wasn't his fault. He got caught up in someone else's
But he
chaos.
got loosened, but he was
So
able. Good thing he didn't break his splitter.
yeah,
We've seen it multiple times, ladies and gentlemen. Numerous, several, excuse me, not multiple, several times with these cars,
yeah,
the Xfinity and the next gen. They get caught in that grass that they have made now, and I think they made the grass like that so it can help slow the car down. I guess you know what I'm saying, but it's tearing up the bottom of the cars when they go
yeah,
through the grass. But he was able to not have that issue.
yeah. Daniel Dye was lucky. He slid through the grass. Was able to keep his splitter intact. Just change four tires and get back rolling.
Yeah,
But you saw who dominated stage one, right?
of course.
Yeah, my boy, my other favorite driver, I gotta say, Chase Elliott came down from Cup to drive for Hendrick in the Xfinity Series in the 17 car and dominated stage one. And I was like, all right, this is gonna be a good day, because he was also on pole.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, let's show these boys what's going on here, Chase.
Yeah, let's get
So
the you see how number 19 when he brought out that caution with all that smoke? Yeah, when that engine, you could tell when that white smoke come, you already know.
I
Take it
felt
to the
bad.
garage. Take it to
Yeah,
the garage.
his name is Justin Bonsignor.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
say his
I
name.
know you're
That's
not
why
gonna
you
say
see
that.
you said Justin. You see I said Justin, I said
Justin
the name. There
Bonsignor.
was no way I was getting that name.
Yeah, he's a not a late model. I want to say he's a modified driver.
Mhm.
He's a modified driver, and apparently he just had a race this past weekend. He's the championship leader in that series, so he picks and chooses what tracks he's going to drive for Joe Gibbs. And
Hey,
I mean, he's had some
nice.
good races, you know.
Must be
So
nice. I mean, must be nice to have that. They definitely. I mean, we had the then you had Algar one time was leading. Shout out to my man.
yeah, him and Chase were battling. It was clear. It was clear that Chase, Justin Allgaier, and Connor Zilic were the class of the field. Those three were the fastest cars all day. Um, Yeah, it was because you had Zillich winning stage 2, and other than that, you had Elliott and Allgaier just complete domination.
Can we talk about how Dean just slid in the pits the way he did?
Oh, and he got take that wasn't his fault. He got tagged, and they still pit the car because the
Hey,
car
use all. that surround you.
Mhm.
Get it done. I mean, you already in it. You ain't got time to be trying to turn around and do all that. Get in the pit. Hey, I'm in here. However I got here, I'm here.
Yeah.
Use it.
Yeah.
Doesn't beat Josh Williams, but
What you say?
when Josh Williams did that on purpose and parked it. When they said, "Yeah, you got to park it," he said, "Okay." Consider it parked right at the start finish line.
Oh, you're talking about Atlanta. That's what, last year, 2 years ago? Yeah, oh,
2
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. No, it was definitely an interesting race. In stage I think it was beginning of stage 3, you had that caution
Mhm.
that really messed up, Allgaier and Elliott.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were trying to, I guess, stretch that tank and didn't pit, um, while Jesse Love and Connor Zilisch pitted. So they came out, with that net lead. Um, what
Got
happened?
something that phone.
What's so
Oh,
funny?
no.
What you laughing about?
I got something on my phone.
Oh, this
Yeah,
boy clown.
inside joke.
Uh-huh. This man a clown over here.
Nah, just be so many daggone messages and stuff going on. I be trying not to look at my
Hey,
phone.
shout out to Joe M. Armstrong. Thank you so much
What-
for the
what-
raid.
Hey,
Appreciate you.
shout out to that. If y'all not watching, y'all can go to twitch.tv and hop on Apex Hunting, APEXHUNTIN. Make sure
Oh,
y'all
I got my
check
little
them out.
raid.
Shout out to that. Shout out
Got
to
my
all the
raid starting there.
Raiders.
Yes, thank you for the 55 raiders. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Yes, thank you guys. We're having the quarter entry podcast right now, NASCAR edition. We're just recapping Pocono. We're talking about the Xfinity race right now. And yeah, I just finished streaming some iRacing. So if you wanna, I'll be back on tomorrow to stream some iRacing. But yeah, like I said, right now, quarter entry podcast. So you guys are more than welcome to stay on, listen, tell us what you think. But yes, Mac. Sorry.
Oh,
So
you know what
cool.
I'm saying? Hey, it's your moment.
Got a
Your
raid
moment. Your
on the
moment.
podcast. Let's
Your
go.
moment.
Yeah, man. All right, let's get back to it. So, like I was saying before, you had Connor Zilisch and Jesse Love fighting for the lead. Coming down to the wire. And those two are best friends. So it's really interesting to see how they race each other. Because I mean, you can see Kyle. Oh, thank you for the follow. I didn't even see who's following me now. Jeez, I am all over the place today.
I got this man
It's a
blushing.
yeah, yeah, I'm blushing. You see how red I am? That's not supposed to happen. Let's all fix all of this here. Put that over. Oh, do that over there. There we go. Thank you for the follow, Tony Quest. Appreciate you. Um, Back to what I was saying. Yeah. So you seen Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson were best friends at one time,
Of
racing
course.
each other hard, right? And you saw how
Yeah.
that's turned out. So to see, I mean, granted, this is Xfinity series, but you see how Jesse Love and Connor Zilisch race each other close and they race each other clean.
Mhm.
I mean, you got to appreciate the young kids out there, and those
I
both have
love
it.
when you see that, when you can
Yeah,
just see them. I'm gonna race you hard, right?
yeah,
But I'm gonna be as clean as possible. Now, granted, if I,
hmm
some people are gonna be upset. Oh, you knew you couldn't make that. I'm like, at the end of the day, this is racing. I have to get on that line. There's a racing line, right?
yeah, yeah.
And there's an edge that you and Andre has taught me.
hmm
It's when you race, there's a line that you don't cross, but you get as close to it as possible, and you're trying to ride that car on rails, right? So you
hmm
don't tip over. So that when you can do that, I mean, you things are going to happen. The car's not going to stick every time, but you try
You talking
your
about being on
best
peak of
to
grip?
get it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, these guys are past that point. It's just more so when you're trying to get into these corners, especially at a track like Pocono. So you have these flat corners. You're trying to do the best you can to stay off the car inside of you. But I think it was Connors was on the inside for his pass, so Jesse's trying to pinch him because when you're going through the corners, like we showed you before, also in iRacing, is when you're coming out the corner, you got to try and wash up, use up all the track you can. But if somebody's pinching you, you can't use up all the track you can, so you got to kind of let off the gas, which means gives the car on the outside the I'm gonna call it overspeed. That gives them basically the run
Mhm.
down the straight. That's a good thing about Pocono is it allows you to run through corners side by side, even though it's so flat. Um, but yeah, so with that being said, I saw my boy Chase got messed over by the by that caution, but still came up, got fourth, and I will say Connor Zilisch with this first oval win, great to see. Great to see. This man right here is a prodigy. I love
And
to
who?
watch
Hey,
Tommy
hey,
Zillich.
and
Yeah,
who was on the box? Who was on the box?
Doc Hudson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., whatever you want to call him, whatever,
Give it
whatever
up
you
to
want to call him.
Junior.
Yeah, Junior's one as a car owner, as a crew chief, as a driver. That man can do it all. So yeah, no, shout out
Always.
to Junior with the call, and you also saw him doing helping out pit stops.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Hey,
one thing. Junior's helping out on pit stops.
I think Junior's also a guy you can't take away from the track, right? He
The
probably a
what?
guy that he's one of those people at the track, like he has to do something. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's
Yes.
one of the people I
Yeah.
need to be there. Like you
Yeah.
can just tell how much involved he is. He does announcing, he does pit crew, he does crew chief, he's owner.
Yeah.
So to be involved in all of that, he's in media of his own. So it's
He
like
does. He does a lot.
he does a lot, and I love it.
Yeah.
That's why I hope he comes to Cup Series. I hope he comes to Cup Series.
From your mouth to God's ears is whatever, because they already teased us this year with the Justin Allgaier running that 40 car
Yeah.
in the 500.
Yes.
So they already said it. The Cup Series is too expensive, but I don't know. We'll see. It would be great to see Junior, you know, come to the Cup Series one day, and it could be sooner rather than later. You know, he got the taste of, and he got a top 10 in that 500. I'm gonna go out on a limb. What are we in? We're in 2025.
I say 2027.
What you say?
I say 2027 the next 2 years.
This man stole my thunder. I was gonna say 2028. This man said 2027. All right.
I
So we're gonna
figured
go
you
with
was
what you
going to go
said.
further than me. I figured that, so I had to take the under. Ain't that what they say in betting? You got to take the under.
Uh-huh. Okay. So we'll say 2028. I don't know if you guys in chat agree with that, but I'm gonna say 2027.
I'm gonna put a poll up.
Max says
I'm gonna put a
2028.
poll up in the morning on our
Yeah.
Instagram. Make sure y'all follow both our Instagram, Smack Like That and Apex Hunting. I'm gonna put a poll
Yes.
up in the morning and see. I
Yeah.
have Junior going, and I'm gonna tag Junior. He might see it, might not. Don't know. But
Uh,
I'm gonna say 2027.
I'm gonna say it's probably a big chance he doesn't see it, but wishful thinking is always nice
If he
too.
doesn't see it, doesn't matter. If he sees it, great. Obviously, whatever he chooses, he's not gonna tell us.
Yeah. Now,
You know what I'm
all
saying?
right. Speaking of that, the Cup race.
Yes.
Old man Hamlin on pole. Old
Hey,
man Hamlin.
I beat your
Denny is
favorite driver.
he's
I
a
like
good.
that better than 11 over everybody or 11
Yeah, no,
against
that's pretty
everybody.
corny.
I'm not a fan of that. I like the I beat your favorite driver. I understand his
Yeah.
dad wants him to be more humble,
Hmm.
but if you ask me, I beat your favorite driver.
Yeah, yeah. He was pretty strong in his race. It was interesting to start because you also had the Hendrick bunch who didn't qualify that well. They
Mind
looked pretty
you,
good. They looked pretty good in practice,
I'm not a fan of
but
these delays. I ain't gonna need like even for a person watching it, right?
oh
Because
my
I'm watching it
gosh.
as a fan, but I'm also watching it for journalism purposes.
Mhm.
I'm getting myself ready.
Mhm.
And I had text you, and you was like, well, IndyCar come on the same time. And I'm like, you right. Whole time. What happens? IndyCar
Y-
on. NASCAR, I'm like, what y'all
y-
doing?
Your
They
Mother
playing,
Nature.
they playing
You
the Dale Earnhardt series,
you
which I think is great.
you
You have
have
not
Mother
watched.
Nature. You can't halt Mother Nature.
I know, but oh my
There's no oval
gosh.
series in the world that races in the rain. That's just
I mean,
something you got to
if
do,
this
especially in
was
Pocono in the summer.
if this was another thing, I got so many comments I've not seen.
The
What?
what?
Hold on. Delete, delete. Hey,
What is
hey,
going
so,
on?
somebody is in. We're not gonna yeah, I just
Oh,
need to
you got spam in your chat?
I just had to get moderated.
Oh, he got spam in his chat. Sorry, guys.
You gotta forgive ignorant. I'm glad they stopped by.
He
We're
got spam in his chat.
at the Corner Entry Podcast, but some things sometimes if you ignorant and your mom ain't teach you no manners, just bet off not saying that. That's all I'm saying. Bet off not saying that. I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
you have to text me later what happened there.
Oh, I definitely will. I'm gonna tell you.
Anyway,
It was
beside
funny. It was actually kind of fun.
beside the point.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I can't stand the rain. Missy Elliott.
Oh my God,
I can't stand the rain.
you're ridiculous. You see, that's just one of the things you have to deal with when it comes to Pocono in the summer. It is what it
I mean,
is. I
yes,
mean,
all them East Coast. I'm on the East Coast. You're on the East Coast. I can't stand these East Coast tracks and this rain, this optic. Like,
it's not just the East Coast, it happens everywhere, but it's one of those things you gotta deal with. I mean, I've been a NASCAR fan what are we on, 2025? For
yeah,
31 years. It's part of the game. If you don't race on Sunday, you race on Monday. Thankfully, they had the fleet of track, was it track titans out there cleaning up the track, so it's all good. They got the
I
race
thought
in.
they could have started. Because I kept switching back and forth, right? So I'm saying, and I hate the fact that it's on Prime. It's easier when it's not on
This
Prime
was the
because
last race on Prime. Stop crying
I
about
no, I
it.
love Prime. Thank you, Prime, for having given us
No,
such a
no,
great.
Prime's coverage was amazing, but you out here saying that you don't want it on Prime because it's hard to find? What's wrong?
No, because
Oh, man, look at all that
on
grace you
my
got.
on the on the smart TV, see, on the
Okay.
smart TV, I'm watching it
Uh-huh.
through the apps, but then I'm
Okay.
watching it through my cable
Okay.
when it's on the regular channel. So it's easy if I just want to watch something else. If I'm watching WNBA, I'll be watching Indiana Fever, I'll be watching, you know what I'm saying, Chicago Sky, all
Mhm.
of that.
Mhm.
So she know what I'm talking about. See, Kelly know. She be sitting there watching it with me. What the hey Slim, I be having the wildest shit pop up on my shit. Hey yo.
I'll look at your chat later. I don't
Hey
even.
Slim. I had to
Let's
delete
go.
something with the quickness. Forgive me, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I took care of it. I gotta
Get
be
it.
quick on the
Look
draw.
it. Look it.
Oh
You
my
see this
gosh, it
wheel? You
keeps
see this
coming.
wheel?
It keeps coming.
Got chat for a NASCAR podcast. I use my oval wheel, and then for a sports car and the F1, I put this wheel on my thing. But anyway,
Yeah,
getting us
back to what I was saying.
back at what we're saying.
So I can't stand when I'm trying to press the channel and then I gotta keep swapping inputs because the apps are different than the cable channels.
You have
So
a
when that
phone.
happens, it I have my phone, I
I
got
watch
tab.
I
You know
watch
I
on my
got two
phone,
phones, right? I have my
but
laptop, I have two monitors, I have multiple TVs, tablets, and all. When boxing and racing is on at the same time, man, she could tell you how I be Slim. I be
yeah,
like this
I
all day
get it.
long. That's all I
I
do.
get it.
So it's like it
But
just sucks that I'm like, all right, cool. But like what you're saying, they finally got it going right because I thought they could have started a long time ago, but I
that's
kept
fine.
going
No,
back.
they had to get the track as dry as possible. It's a big track. It's a very long track, so it's gonna take a while to get dry. But yeah, no, they got started and things started going pretty well.
Yeah. So
What I wanted to talk to you about was that save by Carson Hocevar. Do you see that save by Carson Hocevar in the race?
you said what?
That save by Carson Hocevar.
Oh, that man was on. That young was sitting sideways like he lived in Houston on a Sunday. You thought we was in Houston. See, anybody from
Yeah,
Texas or is a fan of down south culture in
yeah,
Houston and stuff on Sundays, they be swinging. That man was swinging that thing. I mean, the little air flap came up.
yeah, yeah. That car was essentially, as aerodynamics wise, getting ready to take flight when you see that flap come up. So shout out to NASCAR for that, because who knows if that was an '87 car, 1987 Cup car, that thing might have just, you know, taken flight right there on the straight.
Oh, it was a rap. Oh, Rap City. I ain't talking about basement.
Yeah, man. So that was interesting. But then, anyways, back to the actual racing on track. Denny Hamlin, he took stage one, so he's continuing his dominating streak. Stage two was pretty quiet. Other than
Yeah, because
you had a couple.
Reddick and Busher was right behind Denny on the
The,
stage results.
actually, I would say stage two was pretty quiet, but I forgot there were actually a couple issues we had there. Herbst brake rotor issue. Bubba brake rotor
What was
issue. That's
stage one
two.
or stage two?
That was stage 2. So you had two
Yeah.
2311 cars with their rotors break in stage 2,
Now we
right?
had that issue last year.
Okay, that's what we are talking about before about Pocono. You were saying about the tire. With Pocono is really abusive when it comes to the brakes. Every year you're gonna have an issue. Jeff Gordon had a massive crash one year. I want to say, chat, if you guys might remember, I think I want to say it was 2006, 2007. His brakes his brakes gave out going to turn 1. This man went through the grass to try and slow his car down before he smacked that wall. So it's Pocono is no stranger to brake failure. It happens damn near every year. and I'm not really sure what you can do about that. That's just kind of one of those things is the brakes just they get over hot and the metal just it cracks and it disintegrates.
Yeah.
So there's not much you can do. But so what I thought was interesting because you also have Michael McDowell. He had a brake rotor issue as well,
Yep.
right? So he was in the 2311 car, but like I was getting back to, you had Herp's brake rotor explode. You had Bubba brake rotor explode, and then in stage three, you had Tyler Reddick. They said that they didn't like what they saw on the telemetry with his brakes. So they brought Tyler Reddick into the garage, said, "We're not gonna have this happen." They brought him into the garage, let him get 2 laps down, fix whatever issues they found with the brakes, and then send him back out on track. So I don't know if it's something with 2311 in their braking system because, I mean, yes, McDowell,
Where
he's
Callahan brakes? They need Callahan brakes. Everybody know you need Tommy Boy and them Callahan brakes. Tommy Boy father sold some good Callahan brakes. I'm about to
what are
tell
you
y'all.
talking about?
See, I'm about to tell you your age. If you don't know about Callahan brakes, see, he's looking at me crazy, y'all. He does not know about Tommy Boy and Callahan brakes.
Oh my god, you talking about the movie?
Yes.
Oh
See,
my god, alright.
that tells me your
Chris
age.
Farley reference. I'm like, "What are you talking about right now?"
OJ and Toothpaste 2. Hey, thanks.
Jeez.
Yes, we're getting to that. That Briscoe did win.
Yeah, I
Uh,
completely forgot about Tommy Boy. I was so confused you're talking
it's
about.
okay. It's okay. Shout out to OJ and Toothpaste 2. Appreciate you coming through the
Oh,
stream.
man, that was
What you
funny.
think of the race? We just going over the brake rotor issues that everybody was having, and I mean that's the thing with racing that I do like and the things I don't like. When
Yeah.
when you're rooting for your driver, right, and those things are out, like for Bubba to say, "Oh my god," knowing that he's going to hit this wall. Now, the good thing about McDowell when his broke, he wasn't like 2311 and going into a turn. He was on a straightaway.
You see, he was on a straightaway, yeah, so he had time to figure it out. Bubba and, Riley, their brake failures weren't that bad. Like I said, you've seen years, I believe Austin Dillon had it as well. Going into turn 1 is the absolute worst place to have it happen, because that's where you're gonna do most of, your biggest breaking point, and when it goes out there, all they can do is try and shoot through the grass to slow themselves down. So, I mean, these guys all got lucky because theirs happened in a moderately okay area. I think, um, what's his name? Riley's happened, I wanna say exiting one. Bubba's
Yes,
happened, I wanna say going through the tunnel turn. Same thing with McDowell. I think his was going through the tunnel turn
but
as
he was
well.
able to be on a straight, and Bubba wasn't. That's why Bubba said, "Oh my god," before he smacked the wall. We got
Yeah,
a
it wasn't that
question
bad.
in the chat too.
What's
He
up?
said, "Will Kyle Busch make the playoffs?"
Will Kyle Busch make the playoffs?
I can't say no because he's Kyle Busch. Do I see it? No.
We have 2 restricted plate races left. We have this weekend's the start of the tournament, and then
Yeah,
we
Allen,
have
and we got
Daytona, the regular season finale.
yeah, they're at
The
Atlanta.
regular season finale has proven to give us, 2 first-time winners, I believe, in the last couple years, and not first-time winners, and it's given us wild cards. Because last year was, Harrison Burton, right? And
Yep.
then the year before that, let me see won that Daytona race, um, in,
Last year
2023.
wasn't it?
That happened to be it was Chris Buescher.
Yeah.
Chris Buescher in 2023, so he won his way in. So, it's one of those things to where it's a wild card. Kyle Busch could happen. He almost won Atlanta last year. But going based off of that, unfortunately, I don't see Kyle Busch making the playoffs. Um, but like I said, it's a wild card thing when it comes to those races. But based on his speed right now, I think RCR need some help. They need some help, which is crazy because Colleague Colleague Racing, Ty Dillon seems to be more strong than his brother and Kyle at times, and they're an RCR satellite team.
That's why I always try not to go with, obviously, look, we can say Bubba and Reddick. I mean, they're with the same, but they're on the same team, right? And obviously, Reddick has been winning more than Bubba has, right? But I think Bubba's now dialing into his own, and putting up the points and the numbers that need to be put up for him to be
He's
a
given up a
contender.
lot of points in the last couple of races. I mean, he got back on track last week,
Yeah,
last
but this
last 2
this week
weeks.
wasn't his fault.
No,
It's a manufacturer issue that gets me back to why I love racing. It's so unpredictable, but it's also why I racing just
right.
hair I don't have. I'd be ready to just be like, "Ah!" Because it's like, how? Especially when you know your driver got to do well, right? The
Yeah,
cut line is getting it don't matter points. They're like, no, you got to win. We don't care nothing about the. You got to have so many points now because the cut line is getting shorter and shorter because of how many wins we're getting.
that's what's been happening in the last couple of years is where you have it to where, what was it? I think it was 2023, Martin Truex Jr. didn't make it because 16 drivers won,
Yeah,
and I think he was 2nd in points, but he
yeah.
hadn't won a race yet. It's one of those things. I don't see that happening this year, though. We have 9 drivers, I think, right now that have won a race, and,
No, man.
I wanna say I can't remember, I think maybe have, like, 8
11.
races, 9 races
It's
left
11. It's
before the
11.
playoffs,
It's 11.
but 11 races left for the playoffs?
11 people have won.
Oh, okay, my apologies. Okay, so we have 5 people, 5 spots left in the playoffs. Okay, when you say it like that, there could be, um, 16 drivers winning, especially with these, tracks coming up. I mean, we have 2 more road courses. We have 2 more road courses, and we have, 2 more restricted play races. Road courses, I mean, yes, my boy SVG is fast, but you have Buescher is fast. Reddick is fast. You know, you have your other drivers out there. Um, what's his name? Larson is quick on the road courses as well. Byron's proved to be fast. My boy Chase Elliott hasn't even shown. I mean, he's shown his speed, but he hasn't won a road course race since we've
You know
gone
they're
to
gonna be
next gen.
upset. They're gonna be upset with this. They all OJ also asked, "Do you guys think Hocevar will win a race this year?" He's close, but I think he's a young guy that is. We spoke about that last week. I think he's a guy that is more of like he's right there, but if he doesn't
Yeah,
hone in as a
yeah,
rookie and understand that line that we talked about,
yeah.
I don't think he's gonna. If he can figure it out,
I
he has a chance.
Let me see the schedule we have left because I could honestly, I could see Hocevar winning a race this year because we'll see what we got left. Chicago, so we got Chicago, Sonoma, Dover, Indy, Iowa. Um, I could see Hocevar winning a mile and a half race. I'd say his best chance might be Kansas or Las Vegas. I could see him winning one of those races because I mean that he has proven, or even Worldwide Technology Gateway. I could see him winning one of those races.
Okay.
He's proven to be a good driver. You
Yes,
know,
yes, I won't take that away from him.
um,
I like his grit. I
yeah,
like how he's like, listen, y'all might consider me. He's like, the young buck of this. He's not really a rookie. I think last year was his first year, so he's not really a rookie. But
he's
he's
still a
like,
young buck though.
yeah, he's still a young buck.
Yeah, he's still a young buck.
He in the second season, coming from
Yeah,
the trucks. He's going like, I'm going to get mine. I don't care, and I respect that. I respect that. But like I said, he's stepping over that line of like how far to drive it in. And to answer your second part, will he get in a fight with Ricky Stenhouse? Don't I
no,
doubt it.
no,
I
because you
doubt
could see at this race this past weekend, he did everything he possibly could to stay away from Ricky
it.
Stenhouse. He had ample times to get past Ricky, and Carson stayed in his mirror about 3 car lengths back. Like, Ricky, I'm sorry. I don't want you to think I did anything. Like, this is, I don't want no beef.
Yeah, I think he
Basically,
realizes the name he's making for himself, so he's trying to. Obviously, he wants to be like I say. I'm cool with the. We need personality. We need it.
we do. We need personalities, but I mean, I respect that, Carson is realizing I'm gonna need to get these breaks every now and then. When you have you're pulling a slide job, or you need someone to not run you over, to give you some space.
Yeah. So
The
speak
the the kind of reputation that Carson's getting right now is he's gonna be, dude that gets turned, no benefit of the doubt. So he's beginning to mature and realize, hey, I kind of need these guys to cut me some slack here and
because I
there.
might
It's
make it
nice
to
to
the
be a
playoff, and I'm be pissed if somebody choose to turn me in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
It's nice to be a person, to be a personality. We got Noah Gragson. He's a personality, but he gets, benefit of the doubt. Seabell's beginning to get a personality, which surprised me because that man was a robot for a while.
Now we appreciate you, OJ, kicking it with us on the YouTube side, and asking the questions. No, hey, we see the question, we definitely gonna ask them. That's what it's
Yes.
about. It's about a community. So
Yes,
I
thank you,
appreciate the
thank you.
sub too. Also,
Appreciate the questions.
so with that being said, we have Chase Briscoe getting the win
Yeah.
after a situation of keeping his teammate Denny Hamlin off of him.
Which I don't understand how he did that because
He
this
went from a
man was
negative
saving fuel.
to a positive.
He was saving fuel while keeping Denny behind him. I don't think he was aero blocking either because I saw Denny taking different lines to make sure he got air on that nose, and
But with
somehow Chase just kept keeping him behind. It
And if y'all
was
don't know, this is Chase Briscoe's first win at Joe Gibbs Racing.
yeah,
And if I'm
his
not
first win.
mistaken, Joe Gibbs Racing still holds for the most wins at Pocono. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if that's true,
I want to
but I
say it is,
will
but I will
I
double
will
check.
say Denny has won 7 or 8 races at Pocono. So Denny is the all-time
I
leader
think
for
he's
sure at wins at Pocono.
won 7.
Well, either way, Denny's the all-time leader for wins at Pocono. Kyle's won there, I wanna say a couple times as well. I don't know if Seabell's won there before, but no, I believe Martin's also
Yeah, Denny has
regardless
7.
regardless, it was good to see Chase get his first win for
JGR has
JGR.
18. 18.
18 wins? Okay. Yeah, it's good to see Chase get his first win for JGR. Um, like he said, that's a team he grew up rooting for. He wanted to be when he grew up racing the 20 Home Depot car and all the NASCAR games. So he really, really looked up to Tony Stewart. So now to drive, he drove for Tony Stewart's team, back when he was,
Mhm.
a cup owner, and now that that team has now, folded, he's driving for the original team that Tony drove for. So he's, not say taking the same career arc, but it's pretty cool to see Chase. He's a good guy. Um, so yeah, no, it was good to see him win. It just dumbfounded me. I was shocked to see the fact that he kept Denny behind him while saving fuel because
Let's
they had
get it.
that fuel calculator up on board. That was
Yeah, the
interesting.
little fuel burn.
Yeah.
So I just want to get to one thing with NASCAR before we go into this new era of NASCAR that we're about to talk about for this
Okay.
mid-season thing. I don't like the situation where they allow these NASCAR commercials. It's NASCAR, right? I own it. This is me promoting myself. There was an issue. And what do? They wait till their commercial. They can easily cut the commercial. They can cut it. It's their commercial.
What are you talking about?
How many times has NASCAR had a NASCAR commercial during a crucial point of the race and they continue to let it play?
Oh, you mean during the action?
Yes.
I mean, you still gotta get your
It's your
commercials in.
own commercial. It ain't
That's fine.
Bud. It ain't Coors. It ain't Bush. It ain't Toyota.
You
We
still gotta
talk
run.
about NASCAR.
You still gotta run the commercials.
Oh
You
my
know,
gosh.
still gotta run the commercials. That's
F1
that's
didn't
that's one
run
of
no
those things,
commercials
man.
for F1 movie. They seen what they do. They run their race.
Mhm. It's fine. I mean, listen, I don't mind it because Prime's, broadcast has been so amazing that and they with their side by sides that you're not missing much of the action. So
Side by
I'm not
side.
even
Ooh, but I be trying to hear. I don't want to hear a NASCAR commercial. I want to hear what just happened and why y'all got a caution. I don't want to
but
hear a
they come
NASCAR
back.
commercial.
They come back and they gonna tell you
No,
immediately. So
no.
it's okay. Like, listen, this
Yeah, I
broadcast has
got
been so
Prime, but
great.
I don't think I got the. I got Prime. Maybe I need the Prime of the Prime for the no commercial joints.
You're still gonna get commercials.
But
That's one of those things. It could be worse.
and
We
OJ, to
could
answer your question, to before we go to the challenge of what's next, I think Larson. If I had to pick between Larson and Byron to win the championship, I'm going Willie B. Willie B started in what 24th and got up to he forgot what like just in the first couple laps he gained like 14 spots.
or
So
what?
Willie B, remember he got that issue in practice
Yeah,
and
he
he gained,
messed.
yeah, he started 24th because of that. And what he do? He gained so many spots back. So for that, hey, I'm going Willie B. I'm not going with Larson if I'm going for the favorite to win the championship. Willie B
Oh,
is
win the
definitely
championship. Okay, I
top
didn't know what
four.
the
Top
question
four
was.
is Willie B. I'm putting Willie B definitely in there.
I mean, he's
But
made it to the championship for the last
we got
couple of years
another
as well.
segment we have to get to, obviously. Um, Let's go ahead and talk about this new thing of NASCAR.
This tournament, this in-season tournament, has been very interesting.
We don't-
You got it
So,
up?
ladies and gentlemen, this
There
is
we
the
go.
NASCAR in-season challenge that starts.
In-season challenge. Yep,
Their
first time.
past 3 races, Michigan, Mexico, and Pocono, is how they got seeded.
Yep. And
Take a look at
Denny.
all your favorite drivers and where they're seated at.
Yep.
They have to finish better than the other person.
Chat, if you I guess over on the Twitch side, anybody else in chat and Smack's chat as well, who do you think is gonna win this in-season challenge? Looking at what we got right here. You see, so Denny missed a race, but he's still the number one seed because going based off of your average seeding, he
OJ
has a
says
first.
Denny.
He has Denny has been a machine.
Yeah, I'm
So
not gonna knock.
Denny got a first.
You can never take Denny out of the.
He got a missed race, a DNS, but he also got a waiver for that one, so that doesn't count. Then he has a second. So that's why he's with the first seed right there.
I'm going with.
You notice
I mean,
SVG's not in here.
SVG has done great this year. No
No,
disrespect to him.
he's
That's why.
he's he's improving, but they
Yeah,
took the top 32 seats, and I think he was like 33rd or something
third.
like
Yeah,
that.
he's 33rd.
He was 33rd at the time.
Gibbs is 6. He has to go against Haley. I got Gibbs on that one. Gibbs winning that one.
Gibbs, let me see. Oh, Gibbs is 6. Okay, let's
McDowell
go.
against Allmendinger. Okay, let's start from the
Let's go down
top.
this. Yeah, start from
Okay,
the top. So we got Hamlin over here. So
I'm
Hamlin
going
versus
Hamlin.
Dillon. You got Hamlin. Okay.
Bush against Kozlowski. I'm going Bush, just because he's Kyle Bush.
Remember, this is this week, so this is going to be Atlanta. Round one
I'm
is
going
Atlanta.
Kyle Bush. I'm going
Okay, so you got
Denny
Hamlin.
Hamlin.
Okay, so Denny Hamlin for that. Kyle Busch for here.
I'm
Bowman versus Logano.
going Logano.
Okay.
I'm
Wallace Suarez.
I'm gonna go with Bubba, but that's a 50-50. It's 50-50.
Pick one.
I'm going Bubba.
Okay. All right. Nemechek Berry.
Josh. I'm going with Josh.
Okay. Elliott Dillon.
I'm going with Chase.
Okay.
Chastain.
Bell Stenhouse Jr.
Stenhouse could be the wild card in that, but I can't see Bell. Got to go with him.
Okay. Briscoe Gregson.
Briscoe.
Priest Byron.
Oh, Ryan Priest is starting to get his footing.
I'm gonna say Byron.
I mean, you can't not say Willie B.
Exactly. I don't know why you're trying to.
We literally, I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'm just saying.
We just finished. Where's my water at?
This is a good one. Blaney or Hocevar?
Blaney.
I'm going to go with Blaney too.
Yeah.
But you cannot knock. You can't
this
count
next
him
one.
out.
Larson, Reddick. Remember, restrictor plate race. Larson does not have good.
Yeah, I'm going Reddick.
Reddick, okay. All right. McDowell, Allmendinger. McDowell.
He's a great restrictor.
Gibbs Haley.
Oh,
Haley.
What?
I'm saying Haley.
You crazy.
Haley's good at the restrictor plate. You got to remember round by round. Haley's good at restrictor plate racing.
Haley might not finish.
Smith Cindric.
If I'm going with cars and it's probably going to finish, Gibbs, I got finishing before Haley finishes.
I say Haley. I say Haley that one.
Cindric and I'm going Cindric.
Yeah.
Cindric has won at Daytona. Busher and
I'm actually gonna say Zane Smith for that one actually.
What? Over Cindric?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Cindric.
We're talking about we're talking. Remember, you said it. Restricted plate people.
Zane Smith knows how to stay out of trouble. If his car doesn't give him issues, he knows how to stay out of trouble.
Does he have a win in restricted plate racing?
It does. Restricted plate is a wild card.
So, but we still got. You just said it. So you got it. You said Haley was good at restricted plate, right?
He is. He's good at staying up front. Cindric has the power to stay up front, yes, but he also gets caught up in a lot more chaos versus Zane Smith.
Okay.
So I think Cindric Smith comes down to who can keep clean.
You got
Busher Gilliland.
I'm going Busher. Gotta go Busher. Busher been right there. No offense to. He said OJ said Zane Smith sucks.
He doesn't suck. He doesn't suck.
I'm
He's
sorry.
decent.
I'm not saying he sucked neither, but it's just the
Yeah.
fact that you just turn around and see that. He
Hey
said
man.
Haley is garbage this year. Reddick is not good lately. Who else? He said he got he has Hamlin and Larson for the in season tournament. Ooh. You know how
Hamlin v.
hey, can you imagine if Slim? Hey, OJ, you might be onto something with that one.
Hamlin v.
Woo!
Larson. And what is let me see, what is round? The championship round is Indianapolis. Larson going to Indianapolis
That's a
for the
domination.
championship round would be crazy.
I think that's a
That'd be
cheat code.
crazy.
That'd be cheat code.
Um, looking through this bracket, who do you have going
All the way
to
to the end.
yeah. Who are your final two
Hamlin. I'm going with Hamlin. Bubba's my favorite, but I gotta go with. I'm going with
to
Hamlin
win it all?
to win it all. Hold on, put Hamlin in. It's looking like. See, Larson has the talent,
Okay,
but
here.
I
I'll
don't
give
like his DNFs.
I'm gonna give you the list of tracks.
Okay.
Okay? Atlanta, restrictor
Mhm.
plate, Chicago,
Ooh.
street course, Sonoma, road course, Dover, and then Indy. So you got restrictor plate, street course, road course, concrete, mile
Because you
oval.
got to think the person that's going to win Chicago Street Course is already on here. The guy who might win, Bowman, he might win again.
He got lucky win last year, but
Hey,
beside the
what
point.
about the year before that?
SVG won the year before that.
What you right? My bad. SVG won
Uh-huh.
the year before. Then it was Bowman. So that's what I'm saying. Between Bowman and SVG, you got. I ain't got Ty winning that, but Ty might come close. Ty's good at road courses.
Ty, which one? Gibbs or
Ty Gibbs.
obviously, but it wouldn't be Ty Dillon. Duh. That was dumb for me.
I
Duh.
mean, hey,
Regardless,
everybody got high hopes. Okay,
I was like, wait a minute.
everybody has a
Nah.
chance in racing.
Ty Dillon is dead. Yo, Ty Dillon. I mean,
If
well,
he
then
was to
again,
win
like I said, it's
Chicago Street,
restrictor plate. Then he can get caught up in something, but he also could not. So who
he
knows?
also could not. But I'm going with Hamlin and
Hmm.
Byron as my two.
Hamlin v. Byron. Okay, I
And
can
I
see
got
that. I can
and
see
I
that
like
happening.
Hamlin taking it all.
Hamlin v. Byron.
But Byron and Indy, I got
I
to
can
take
see.
Byron over Hamlin if it's at Indy. I'm going with
Yeah.
Byron over Hamlin.
Okay. So Byron's gonna win the in-season challenge for you.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Mind you, I'm not a Hendrick Motors fan. He said
Uh,
he said SVG is going to win all the road courses this year.
I need my boy Chase today to get a freaking road course win. This man won 7 in like a 2-3 year span. Now he's third overall of in all time road course wins. I need Chase to get back to it. What we need to do is give us some more damn horsepower. That's what we need to do. Give us 900 horsepower. We'll
Yeah,
put the car back in the driver's hands. But we'll get all that to another time. Anyway, um, so going through this, I'm gonna say who will be my final two? Going based off of Atlanta, 2 road courses, Dover. You're gonna hate me for this one.
Who you got?
You're gonna hate me for this
Who
one.
you got? I
Don't
got
call
it.
me a homer. Don't call me a homer. I'm gonna have a Hendrick showdown.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Clyde Chase Elliott versus William Byron.
Not
Going into
happening.
Indy. Yeah.
Not
Listen,
happening.
listen. Chase is good at Atlanta. Even he's good at restrictor plate
Yes,
restrictor
because
plate
that's his
racing.
hometown.
Doesn't
Nah.
matter. He's still good there. He's good at road courses. He might not win, but he's good at road courses. He's good at Dover. You
So
know what I'm
tell me, where's
saying?
Chase at? Chase, okay. So he beats
Chase
Austin
v
Dillon. So
Chase
who does
v
he face
Steve Dillon.
next? So
He'll
he
chase. He'll
at
chase. He'll
Atlanta, and then what he go next? He goes to Chicago, right?
yeah. Then it's Nemechek or Barry. He's gonna win that one. After that, Sonoma, and then for there he'll face either Bell
Not
Stenhouse
being Christopher
Jr.
Bell. Not being Christopher Bell.
at Sonoma.
He's
That's
not being
that's
Christopher Bell.
that's gonna be the hard one. I don't know.
That's
Sonoma
what I
will be
said.
the
He's
hard
not.
one.
I'm
But
sorry. The people's driver is not beating Christopher Bell. That's just my opinion.
if he gets through Sonoma versus I'm gonna say versus C Bell, then he'll go to Dover and it'll be Dover
He won two
Denny
years
versus
ago in Dover.
Chase. Huh?
He won 2 years ago in Dover on a rain delay. I mean, rain out where
Who
they
did?
raced on that Monday. Chase.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. is
Won
I'm
in
gonna say
2022, I think. Yeah, it was
I'm
2022.
gonna say it's gonna be Chase versus Willie B going to Indy, but I'm gonna say Willie B's gonna win.
Mm,
I'm gonna say Willie B's gonna win it, but I say it's gonna be a Hendrick showdown
yes.
versus Clyde Elliott, and William Byron.
Yeah. OJ, you got
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a homer. You know how much I love Chase, but I gotta.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, my boy Bubba's not gonna be making it past round. I'll say past round two. So
I don't see it. I mean, I don't see it happening. I don't.
nah, I don't see.
But I definitely got him getting out of the first round.
If Bubba, I see him get out the first round. The farthest he'll get to is maybe round three,
I
but he's
just
not
think it's the
making.
road courses that are in his way. Not saying he did pretty well at Sonoma last year, I think it was.
But can he get through Chicago is the thing.
Chicago,
That's the thing.
it rained there last year, didn't it?
It rained
And
there
the year
last year,
before there.
and Bubba has shown he's gotten a lot better since Tyler has joined the team. But I don't see him outdoing Bowman in Chicago.
OJ, we about to switch segments. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got you next time when you call in when you come in early. I got you, but we actually about to switch segments.
What happened?
Somebody wanted to call in.
Oh,
So we're
that would have been pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So but we're about to switch segments and go to our next segment. So to wrap up the NASCAR segment, we've talked about truck race, we've talked about Xfinity, and we finished the Cup Series with Chase Briscoe getting the dub.
Yeah,
So now this coming, of course, we got the people's driver Chase Elliott at his home track.
yeah.
Obviously he's favorite to win, right?
Oh, you trying to preview next week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, so next week is going to be interesting because okay, I want to start off with trucks before we get to Cup. I am excited for the truck race. I am over the moon for the truck race. Can you take a while? Guess why?
Please tell me why.
Come on, what do you think?
I'm really trying to think of
We
why.
going left and right, baby.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
we shifting gears. Come on, man. Lime Rock Park and the trucks. I love when NASCAR goes road courses.
Yeah, he's an open wheel guy, you guys.
No, I'm not an open wheel guy.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I like everything. I've been watching NASCAR, IndyCar,
You can
F1,
watch it,
sports
but you can
car.
have a favorite.
I don't know if I have a favorite. I like them all. Oh, because I got that in the background. If I show you my
And you
little
got
stuff
Echo
over there,
Park. You got Lime Rock Park, and then you got
and then you got in Atlanta.
Xfinity going to Echo Park.
Yeah, you got Xfinity and Cup are going to Atlanta. So we got road course racing on the truck side, and we got I guess restrictor plate speedway, super speedway racing on the Cup and Xfinity side. So it's gonna be an entertaining weekend for sure.
OJ said he got Elliott winning Atlanta, Austin Hill winning Xfinity. I mean,
Uh,
Austin Hill dominates at Atlanta, and then he goes and wins like two other
man,
races right
I
after that.
can't stand Austin Hill,
Why
but
not?
yeah, he's so
Why not?
damn good. I just don't like him.
Oh, but you like the other Georgia boy, but you don't like Austin Hill.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah,
I mean, Corey Haim is Corey Haim. We talked about that earlier. Corey Haim show. When
but
you go to the track, it's
this is
Corey
a
Haim
road
show.
course. This is road course, and to step into our sports car segment for a second, I'm gonna come back. Jordan Taylor from IMSA is gonna be stepping into the Spire #7 car for this race coming up at Lime Rock this weekend. I
Ooh.
can't wait. I love when you see
He said he Bobby
sports
Hill
car
from King
drivers.
of the Hill.
What happened?
OJ said he don't like Austin Hill either. He is Bobby Hill from King of the Hill.
I love that. Yes, thank you. Yes, OJ is
Y'all
now
wild.
my favorite. Is now my
Tell him
favorite.
y'all wild.
Shout out, shout
Y'all
out, Bob.
wild for that. But go ahead and finish it so we can get into this other
I'm just
segment.
saying I'm excited. That's all. I'm excited for Jordan Taylor to get into a truck series and show these boys how to take these trucks around the track.
So we got a lot going on. CW is gonna have the Xfinity race on Friday at
Yeah.
7:30 p.m. They switching the days. So Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, they're gonna be at Echo Park Speedway for Xfinity.
Yep.
Then Saturday at 1 p.m. on Fox, we got Limelight Rock Park. They will be turning left and right and shifting gears.
Be
And
a
then
great
Echo
race.
Park Speedway. There will be TNT
Saturday
for
night.
NASCAR. So
Sir.
for Cup Series.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good great weekend of racing. I'm excited for what NASCAR slate has coming up. It's gonna be awesome. I don't know if I could pick a winner for Lime Rock because that is a wild card, but I would say Corey Haim's gonna have a top five. That's the most out on a limb I can say. Hopefully, I can get a Spire 1, 2, Jordan Taylor 1, Raj 2.
Hey, I am cool with
You know,
Raj getting the two. I'm
you
cool with
know,
hey,
I would
the
love to
man's
see,
is in the
our boy
playoffs. The
Raj.
man's is in the playoffs.
Love to see it. Love to see it. So, but no, I'm excited for this. And Xfinity, that's gonna be a toss up. Austin Hill's a really good guess, but I don't want him to win. I'm really hoping JRM can take it. Maybe let's get Carson Kvapil a win or Sammy Smith. Let's get them a win, get them into the playoffs. So we'll see. We'll see on that one. And then Cup, yeah, that's a toss up right there, my boy. Who knows who's gonna win that one?
Hey, I can't wait to see it though. I can't wait to see it. But
Yes, we appreciate everybody. And
go ahead.
huh?
I said go ahead.
I'll say before we wrap up, guys, anybody on the or everybody, say everybody on the Twitch stream. I appreciate the love. Joe, thank you so much for that raid. That was amazing. That made my night. Um, if you guys can stay tuned, we'll be back in a couple minutes because what we do is we do NASCAR edition first, take care of all that stuff, but we also cover other motorsport too. So what we're going to be doing is switching over, and we're going to talk about the Watkins Glen 6 hour from this past weekend and the IndyCar race. Y'all can just stay tuned with us for what? How long you say? Smack about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes, we're swapping back over.
About
We'll
five
be
minutes. We'll be right back. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back with a and when anybody wants to talk a open wheel and sports car because that
yeah.
is my bread and butter, and y'all can see me switch the wheels out.
And
Let me
OJ,
get that started.
I think Raj could be in Cup soon? Possibly. Possibly. I don't know how that works if they're going straight from truck. Some drivers go straight from truck and go to Cup. Some go through the ladders.
I've
And
actually been thinking about. That's a really good question, OJ, because you see Corey Heim has been getting a chance in Cup, right? Where where would Raj fit in?
that's the thing. That's
Because
what
that's the thing is who can he drive for? Who
Yep.
has an open spot? He's not going to go and take that 44 car, that New York racing car. He's not going to go and take that one and ride in the back. There's no point. You know what I mean? It was nice to see him ride in Xfinity for a bit,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't see a path for Raj right now
He
to
said
Cup.
replace Justin Haley. Mm,
I don't know about
I guess
replacing
I think
Justin Haley.
it's just in his own timing. That's how I look at it. It's in his own timing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna make him take the obligatory Xfinity leap there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It
Um,
might be a ladder, or they might just say, "Hey, boom, there you go."
and if they do that, he's gonna probably have to go to like who is a Chevy team. It's not gonna be. It won't be Junior. He's backed by Hendrick though.
Yeah,
Hendrick could either field a second car or slide him into JRM when Zilich inevitably goes to Cup.
of course. I always like the junior. Junior's my
I
Xfinity.
would love to see Raj go to JRM. Lord have mercy. That'd be a day, boy.
But ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all rocking with us for this
Yes,
NASCAR Pocono recap. Like I said, we'll be back in 5 minutes. So as the next video is going to load up, if you're watching this and it's not live, the next video should be rolling in real soon. We're
yes.
just getting some things done in production, and we're going to swap to our open wheel, which is the second part of our corner entry podcast. Where we'll
Open wheel and
discuss
sports car
for
time. Yes.
IMSA and IndyCar.
Yep. Thank
So
you everybody again. Joe, thank you so much again for the raid. And like I said, everybody, all 29 viewers I got on Twitch right now. Guys, thank you so much for the love and staying, lurking, all of that. Like I said, we'll be back soon.
make sure y'all
For
follow us
open
on
wheel
all
and
our
NASCAR.
socials at
Yes.
Smack Like That and Apex Hunting. And until next time, y'all keep it go smack mentality. Smack like that.
Peace, everyone. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you again, OJ, for coming through. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.